Hello, how are you? Welcome. I'm grateful you're here whenever and wherever that might be. Today we're going to step into a space of softness, a space where judgment can loosen its grip on us, high star, and compassion has room to take root. This isn't about fixing yourself or doing this right. It's about understanding the inner critic. She got a cat hair on my lip. If any of you have pets and you wear lipstick or lip gloss, you know it gets on the lips. Lay down, baby girl. This is a space where judgment can loosen its grip and compassion has room to take root. I still have a fuzzy on my lip. Sorry for the distraction. Okay. This isn't just about fixing yourself. It's not about doing it right. It's about understanding your inner critic, not fighting it, and learning how to meet these harder places inside you with gentleness. So before we begin, I invite you to pause for a moment, take a slow breath, let your shoulders soften, notice the support of the space you're in right now. Let's do 3 deep breaths together. We're going to go inhale for a count of 4. We're going to hold for a count of 4. And we're going to exhale for a count of 4, okay? So, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. I realized I didn't do the count right on that one. My apologies. Bless you. One of my kitties has been sneezy lately, poor little thing. Okay, we're doing the 3 breaths now. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Next. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. One more. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Do you feel a little more grounded now? Hopefully. So for this workshop, you're going to want something to write or type in. You might get a notepad, a journal. You might open up a Google Doc, whatever you need, whatever works best for you. And you're going to need an oracle deck. Oracle deck. Lovely oracle decks. If you don't have one, I have 2 shufflers online for 2 of my oracle decks. This actually is the one I don't have a shuffler for yet. But I do have a shuffler for my Sacred Wild deck, which is all animal-based. Well, actually, all of my decks are animal-based. I'm trying to keep her butt from being shown to you too much. All of my decks are animal-based, but I have shufflers for Sacred Wild and for Within the Chrysalis. My brain had a malfunction there for a moment. So you're going to need an oracle deck or one of those shufflers, and I'll include the links below. And there's no rush. You can pause the video whenever you need. Take all the time you need. Before we start the cards and journaling, I want to talk for a few minutes about something most of us carry, and that is the inner critic. Most of us have a voice inside that keeps a running commentary on what we're doing, how we're doing it, and whether it's ever enough. Often we decide that voice is the problem. Something to silence, something to fix, something we need to get rid of. But here's something important for you to know right now. Your inner critic did not form to hurt you. It formed to protect you. For many of us, that voice took shape in early life, often in childhood, when we were learning how to stay safe, loved, and accepted, or out of trouble. It learned that being hyper-aware, self-correcting, or demanding might help prevent rejection, punishment, or the pain of not being enough. So even when the critic sounds harsh, even when it feels shaming and relentless, its intention is usually protection. Just doesn't go about it in the right way. The problem isn't that the inner critic exists. The problem is the strategy it learned. That is where it's going wrong. Now, I want to talk about something that gets tangled up here, the difference between self-improvement and self-compassion. So self-improvement has a very specific tone. It's future-focused, it's performance-oriented, And it often sounds like once you're better, you'll be worthy. You need to fix this before you can rest, do more, be better, try harder, all of that. Growth isn't wrong, growth is natural. But when it's driven by the inner critic, it can feel exhausting and never ending. And at its core, the message is you are not okay as you are. You need to improve to be worthy. That's what self-improvement can say, especially when partnered with our inner critic. So self-compassion, on the other hand, doesn't rush you. It doesn't threaten you into change. It creates safety. And safety is what allows transformation to happen. So here's the distinction I want you to hold as we continue. Self-improvement says fix yourself. Self-compassion says hold yourself. And when you're held, truly held, growth happens naturally without force. My cat's trying to walk behind the phone now. Ugh. Star, please, girl. Yes, that's what everybody wants to see is you. You probably would like looking at her better. She's cute. She really is a little cutie, but it's close to her lunchtime and she's very food motivated. So today, we're not trying to silence the inner critic and we're not going to argue with it. We're going to listen beneath that sharpness to what it's actually afraid of and respond with tenderness instead of pressure. When you're ready, you're going to take your deck and shuffle, or use one of my online shufflers, whatever you need to do. Hang on one second. I got to get myself over here correctly so I know what I'm saying. Okay, it's going to be a 3-card spread, okay? Let your intuition guide you on what the cards mean. Don't worry about there being an accurate or correct interpretation of the cards. What jumps out at you? What feelings do you get? What colors do you notice? What parts of the image jump out at you? Things like that are going to be what's important to interpreting. Good God, girl. She's such a mess. I have more cats. She's just the only one that's demanding. Okay, so our 3-card spread. Card 1, what my inner critic fears. This card reveals the vulnerability behind the voice. This is the wound under the words. This is what is it trying to protect you from? What is it scared of? Card number 2 is what my heart knows. This card shows the path. This card reflects your deeper wisdom, steadiness, and kindness. So this is what your heart knows. And then card 3, how do we bridge those two together now? Because they're kind of opposite, right? One is in fear and one is in love. So this card shows how to reconcile them together, and the way that fear can be met with compassion. Once you've drawn your cards, take a few minutes just to look at them. Notice sensations, emotional responses, words or images that stick out, colors that stick out, anything of the sort. Sorry. My throat was getting real dry all of a sudden. As I said, there's no right or wrong here. Your intuition is what you need. If you would prefer to read the meanings of the cards, that's of course okay. Like if you have an oracle deck and you have a book of meanings and you want to go in there and read the meaning, that's not a bad thing either. Then look when you're reading through that meaning, what parts of the meaning jump out at you, what really sticks out. And that's probably what you need to pay attention to in it. So look for any sort of sensations in your body, spirit, heart, mind, any sort of emotional response. Your intuition is what's going to guide you here. When you're ready, go to your journal or your notepad or your Google Doc, whatever you're using, and here's your prompt. How can I respond to my own pain with the same tenderness I offer others? Before you write, take a breath and let the words come naturally without editing or censoring yourself. Sorry, you're making this real difficult, girl. So the prompt about being, how can I respond to my own pain with the same tenderness I offer others? It's a really important thing, because one of the things that we miss in self-love a lot of times is exactly that. We treat others with care and compassion and kindness and love. We don't give that to ourselves, though. And it's so important that we do that. That is like one of the biggest components of self-love. One of the biggest things that's going to help you get over the things that have potentially damaged you in the past. It's going to help you heal. It's going to help heal those old wounds from when you were told that you weren't enough. So, like I said, take a breath and try to write without editing yourself or censoring yourself or anything of the sort, okay? Try to just write and just see what comes out for a little while. Some questions that might help you if you're having a hard time getting any words to come. What would I say to someone I love if they felt this way? What softness is my heart asking for right now? Where can I stop hustling for worth and let myself rest? If your inner critic interrupts, that's okay. Just notice it. You don't need to engage with it. Just notice it. Take as much time as you need. Pause the video, okay? Once you've done that and you come back to me, even though this is a recorded video and I'm not talking directly with you, reflection of what you've written still matters. If this were a live workshop, we'd be doing it together. But it's recorded because this is the holidays and everybody's busy. So trying to get a time people can show up for a live is not always easy during this time of the year. So I felt a recorded one would be good, because you still can get that learning in whenever you have time. It could be 3 a.m. when you want to do it. Doesn't matter. So you're going to take some time to reflect. Read through what you wrote afterwards. You'll learn things. I promise, if you can let your intuition take over, you will learn things about yourself. Then you might want to choose one or more of these affirmations I'm about to give you and say them aloud, whisper them to yourself, write it down, whatever feels best for you. So here they are. I deserve a gentle relationship with myself. My inner critic is loud, but my heart is wiser. I'm learning to meet my pain with tenderness. I soften toward myself a little more each day. So let yourself be witnessed. Even if you're the only witness, that's okay. That's all you need. And that starts you on the path of being able to soften that inner critic. Return to this oracle spread, or you can use tarot as well. You can even use other types of divination that would fit. You could use runes, you could use pendulums, you could use plenty of forms of divination. The reason I like oracle cards is because this isn't for actual divination. We're not divining the future. We're using it for our own, please star. We're using it for our own healing. So, and I feel like oracle cards fits that really well, but use whatever will work for you. So I appreciate you being here with me. I appreciate you taking the time to do this for yourself. Please take the time that you need. If you don't have the time right now to devote to doing the 3-card spread and then spending the time to journal, then don't do it right now. Do it at another time. Give yourself the time that you need to do it, okay? That's how you're going to start healing. So thank you again for being here. Your presence, your openness, your willingness. Softening the inner critic is not a one-time thing. It's a practice. So redo this anytime you need to. Each small act of self-kindness reshapes the relationship you have with yourself. This work matters, and it is sacred. As we close, place a hand on your heart, take one soft breath, and offer yourself gratitude. Not for what you did today, but just for showing up. Now, if you'd like a space to keep practicing this gentler way of being, you're warmly invited to join my school community. It's called the Self-Love Scribe Circle. It is a women's circle. It's a space for reflection, ritual, and connection. Sorry, my throat's giving me problems. And it's a place where you can go at your own pace. It's a place where we are all working on self-love and self-kindness and self-compassion, and we do that with journal prompts and affirmation cards and oracle cards and all kinds of other things. There's free resources. There's other workshops like this one available. This is actually my third in a series of 6 I'm doing related to oracle cards and self-love. So she almost put her butt right there. Baby girl, nobody wants to see that. Your pretty face, yes. But nobody wants to see your booty. I promise. So, join the community with me if you'd like to. It's a free school community. Again, it's called the Self-Love Scribe Circle. I'll put a link to it as well if you want to come join me and some other women and just support and encourage each other as we all work on healing. Okay? If you feel called to deeper, more personalized support, I do have one-on-one coaching available. You can also find information on that in my school community. Again, the community is free. So you can join the community and then take a look at the coaching and see if that's something you're interested in. It's a place to explore self-trust, emotional healing, cultivating a kinder inner world together. You can also go to theselflovescribe.com. That actually has a lot of information on my coaching program. It's probably the best bet if you're interested in the one-on-one coaching. So wherever your next step leads you, I will be here beside you, whether that's in my school community, one-on-one coaching, or anything at all. Feel free to contact me with any questions, or if you're struggling with anything, okay? Theselflovescribe.com. You can also contact me there from that website as well, okay? Thank you again for joining me. I will see you in the next one. Hopefully the next one I do will be live. Probably won't do it till after the first of the year since the holidays are upon us. Christmas is 6 days away. So I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, and I will see you in the next video. Love you all. Bye.